Hey guys, good morning. I hope that you guys are having a great morning so far, and I hope that you had a great weekend as well. We had some nice weather this weekend, a little bit of rain, but I got to go outside and I got to do some gardening. I really enjoy being outside with nature. So I hope that you guys got to do something outside or got to do something fun inside. Well, let's go ahead and let's get started on our video today. So, looking at our schedule, number 1 is calendar. Let's check out the calendar and see what today is. So, looking at the last day that was crossed off, this was yesterday. We would say yesterday was Sunday, May 17th, 2020. Now, if that was yesterday, then that means today is Monday. After Sunday comes Monday. So, today is Monday, May 18th, 2020. And if you'll notice, we have some words written on our calendar. That's because this whole week is special. We are in our very last week of kindergarten. So we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is our last day of school. So that means we have this video and 4 more after this, and then we will be all done with kindergarten. That means that we get a few months off from school, and then you guys will come back in a few months and you'll be first graders. So that's pretty exciting. Okay, so if today is Monday, we know that tomorrow is going to be Tuesday. Excellent. One more thing that I want to talk to you guys about was one more special day this week. So we have our last week of school, our last day of school on Friday, and then Anaya Carrasco's birthday is on Saturday. So that's pretty exciting too. All right, let's go ahead and let's say our days of the week on our fingers. How many days of the week are there? 7. Here we go. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Fabulous job. Okay, moving on to number 2, our daily write it. Let's check out your word for the day. Your word today is hose. Let's tap it. Hose. Hose. We're going to use that word today in our sentence. That word is a little bit tricky. Let's see if you can think of why, what you need to do to that word to make it say hose. Okay, so your sentence today is, my one dog is wet from the hose. My one dog is wet from the hose. Now, one is a new trick word that we are going to learn this week. Let me show you the word one. O-N-E is how we spell one. So when you write your sentence, make sure you spell one correctly. My one dog is wet from the hose. Go ahead and on your special lined paper, remember to do everything that good writers do and write your sentence now. My one dog is wet from the hose. Okay, let's check it out. My one dog is wet from the hose. My one, that's our new trick word, dog is wet from the hose. Capital letter at the beginning of my sentence, period at the end because it is a normal telling sentence. I said it in a normal voice, so it gets a period. And there's spaces in between all of my words. I stretched out my words and I spelled my trick words correctly. Let's go over our trick words. My, one, is, from, the. Those are all trick words, so I hope we spelled those correctly. And our other words, we should be able to stretch out in our brain. Dog, wet, hose. This was our word for the day. I hope that you remembered to add your super silent E to the end to make that O say its name. All right, if you got this sentence correct, fabulous job. Give yourself a pat on the back. That's amazing. And if you did not, that's okay because you tried your best. But go ahead and pause the video and fix your sentence now. Okay, let's keep moving, guys. We are now on number 3, letter and number review. Every day we do 2 letters, 1 number. Our first letter today is the letter M. M, man, Now, all uppercase letters start at the skyline, so that's where I'm going to start. With my pincer grip with either 2 or 3 fingers, I'm going to start at the skyline, go straight down to the grass line, frog jump to the skyline, slide to the plane line, slide to the skyline, straight down to the grass line. M, man, Now lowercase. Plain line letter, straight down to grass line, trace back up to plain line, add a hump, trace back up to the plain line, add another hump. M, man, N now. Uppercase N starts at the skyline as well. Skyline, straight down to grass line, frog jump up to the skyline, slide to the grass line, straight up to the skyline. N, nut, lowercase n. It's just like lowercase m, but it only has 1 hump. So plain line, straight down to grass line, trace back up, add a hump. N, nut, Nice job, guys. So those are our letters today. I'm going to erase N, and we're going to do our number. Now, let me tell you what number it's going to be. Think about what number would be 3 greater than 6. 3 greater than 6. Well, we would have 6, and we'd have to make it 3 greater. 1 greater, 2 greater, 3 greater. Our number is 9. A loop and then a line, that's the way to make a 9. Skyline, trace back, curve to the plane line, up to the skyline, straight down to the grass line. Now, if I wanted to make that a 19, what would I do? I would add a 1 in front of the 9. Now my 9 is a 19. Awesome. It's your turn now. So on your special lined paper, make 2 uppercase M's, N's, 2 lowercase m's, N's, your 9, and then your 19. All right, great job. Let's keep moving. We are on number 4, our lesson plan packet. So, every day we log 30 minutes of reading and 30 minutes of math. So we log 30 minutes of reading on our reading log. We log our 30 minutes of math, and we're logging our kindness activities, which I love. I'll bet you guys are being so kind and thoughtful at home, just like you were in kindergarten. Now, to help us get to our 30 minutes of math and reading, we have our worksheets. So let's look at those today. For today, we're on the 3rd week of this packet, and we're on day 1, which is Monday. We're doing a sentence repair, missing add-ins, and a read it, cut it, and glue it. So let's look at those. Here's your sentence repair. These are sentences, but something or some things are wrong with them. Your job is to be a detective, figure out what is wrong with these sentences. Let's look at the first one together. Ben is in the, A-N says an, van. Ben is in the van. Well, what's wrong with that sentence? I'm noticing two things that are wrong with that sentence. Every sentence starts with what? A capital letter, but there's not a capital letter at the beginning of the sentence. Also, how does every sentence end? With punctuation. But there's no punctuation marks on these sentences either. So we will need to add a capital letter to the beginning and punctuation at the end. Make sure you're reading all of the sentences as well and writing them, writing your letters correctly, adding spaces in between your words. Okay. Then we have our math paper. So this counts towards our 30 minutes of math. Fill in the missing add-ins to complete the equations or the number sentences. So 3 plus something equals 5. So if you have 3, put 3 in your brain. 3, let's count how many more to get to 5. 3, 4, 5. 2, that is our missing add-in. 3, count on to get to 5. 4, 5. 2. 3 plus 2 equals 5. So you would write 2 there. You'll do that for the math paper today. Then for your reading and sentence activity, you're going to read the sentence, find the picture that matches that sentence, cut it out, and glue it in the box. All right, guys, have fun and do your best on your pages. You can begin them now. Great job with your reading and math activities. Let's move on our schedule. We are on number 5, our read aloud. So we are going to have 3 special days this week where we're going to learn about special themes that were chosen by you guys. So today is going to be our first one. Today we are going to focus and learn about sharks. So I have this read aloud to read to you today. It is called Sharks. Let's see and learn about sharks. Sharks by Patricia Kendall. Oh, here's our table of contents page. Tells us everything that is in our story and what page we can find that information on. So, is this a fiction or a nonfiction book if this tells us true facts? It is nonfiction. This is a book that has real information on sharks, so it's nonfiction. So let's learn some cool things. Where sharks live. Sharks live in the seas around the world. Some, like this strange megamouth shark, spend much of their time in the depths of the sea. The basking shark can live in deep water, but it comes to shallow water near the coast in the summer. The shark family. Sharks belong to the fish family. There are about 400 different types. This whale shark is one of the biggest fish in the sea. Others, like this dogfish shark, are only 3.3 feet long. baby sharks. Some sharks hatch from eggs laid in egg purses, like these dogfish. Most sharks hatch from eggs inside their mother, and then they are born like humans. When they are born, baby sharks look like miniature adult sharks. Their mother does not care for them. They must look after themselves. Finding the way. Sharks can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. This hammerhead shark has a very good view of the sea all around. Sharks can easily detect movements made in the water, even if the prey is a long way off. The prey are the animals that they eat. On the move. The great white shark pushes through the water, flicking its big forked tail from side to side. The leopard shark is very flexible. It can turn around even in small places. Teeth and food. Oh my goodness. The sand tiger shark has long, curved teeth, which it uses to snare fish and squid. The basking shark swims slowly, using its mouth to catch lots of small plants and animals. Out of sight. Angel sharks hide in the sand on the seabed, waiting to snap up a passing fish. The great white shark's dark back and light underside help it to disguise in the water. Hunter sharks. Sharks, like the great white, are powerful hunters. They can eat a whole seal for one meal. When great whites find a prey, they speed up and close in. In for the kill. The great white shark's huge jaws open wide, showing its many saw-like teeth. The shark is being fed bait, so scientists can see how it eats. As they snap up prey, great whites roll their eyes back into their head to stop them from being scratched. Shark attack. Sharks do sometimes attack and kill people, but this is very rare. If great whites do attack, it is usually because they mistake people on surfboards for seals or turtles. Threats. People are a shark's main enemy. Hunters compete to see how many shark jaws they can collect. Sharks are also killed for their meat, fins, skin, and liver oil. Shark teeth are also made into jewelry. Sharks in danger. Sharks get caught in nets that are set to catch other fish or to protect surfers and swimmers. All sharks will suffer if the sea is polluted, poisoning the animals that they eat. Protecting sharks. Scientists need to find out more about sharks so that we will know the best way to protect them. Countries such as South Africa, the United States, and Australia have already made laws to stop people from killing sharks like this Caribbean reef shark. All right, the end. Oh my goodness, I learned some pretty interesting information from this book. I'll bet that you guys did too. Sharks are such a neat animal. I want you guys to think about some things that you learned about sharks. Tell your family member some things that you learned. Go ahead and pause the video and do that now. Okay, let's continue moving. We are on number 7, our flashcard practice. Every day we do our trick words, so let's start with them. But since this is Monday, we're learning 2 new words. These are our very last kindergarten trick words. We talked about this one today already. 1. I am one person. 1. Here's our last one for the week that's new. Do. Do you know anything about sharks? Do. Okay, so parents, go ahead and cut out your do and one flashcards. Add them to your kiddos' flashcard folder that you've been practicing with at home. That way they can practice our 2 new words. All right, let's go ahead and let's do our trick words. I will show you a flashcard and I want you to say the trick word out loud. Here we go. Do, have, is, I, the, she, you, from, has, or, for, they, to, as, a, by, of, one, and, his, we, my, be, he, are, me, was. Fabulous! Okay, now on Mondays, we practice subtraction. What is subtraction? Subtraction means you take away. So when you see a minus symbol or a minus sign, remember a straight line across? That means that you subtract, you take away. Here we go. 5 minus 3 equals 2. You have 5 Now you take away 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 is our answer. 1 minus 0 equals 1. 5 minus 0 equals 5. 4 minus 2 equals 2. 2 minus 1 equals 1. 5 minus 1 equals 4. 2 minus 2 equals 0. 4 minus 4 equals 0 again. 5 minus 2 equals 3. 4 minus 0 equals 4. 4 minus 3 equals 1. 3 minus 3 equals 0. 3 minus 1 equals. Very good, too. All right, all done with flashcards today. That just leaves us with one more thing, our thematic video. So since we're focusing on sharks today, I found a very cool and informational video on sharks. So that is what we're going to watch. I'm actually going to see if I can find a shark project too, but I think it would be fun if at home we did some type of a project, even if it was just a drawing where you colored a picture of a shark, and maybe we can share them on Wednesday when we do our Zoom meeting. All right, but we are all done. I hope that you guys had a great learning video and enjoyed our theme of sharks today. But we're all done, so have a great rest of your day. Remember that I love you, I miss you, and I will see you on our video tomorrow. Bye.